Welcome, girls, to another video. Here I am with Ashley.
Hi.
She's starting high ticket sales as a closer. She was a setter before, and we decided to just come here and make a video together because I know that there's plenty of women out there that want a new opportunity to make real money online.
Yeah,
When you can have your own schedule, where you can make 5 to 10K to 15K to 20K per month in this industry. This is the skill that I would have loved to learn in the past.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
So I just want to be that person for everyone here and us, just to show you, girls, that there's a possibility for you to make a lot of money. We're gonna tell you not just our experience by working on it, but like our lifestyle thanks to that experience. Yeah, and the results that we've been getting. Thank you to Hide Sales.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you want to say?
All right, so I'm currently at the beginning of my closing journey. So I was previously a setter, and I gained my experience that way. And now I'm moving up into closing.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, we can share to them what was the thing that makes you want to go from working at a 9 to 5 job to then being a setter and then wanting to be a closer.
Yeah.
Like, we can just like share our stories to them.
Yeah.
So they can connect more with us. Not just, oh, they're here, but like, okay, where
were they before?
Yeah. Past. So, you want to start with that? Like, how was your past before you got into being even a setter?
Absolutely. So I first started out in college and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My first job was actually a receptionist job.
Oh,
and
really?
I actually called people all the time and follow-ups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Spoke with leads and prospects for
Oh, that's
college.
pretty cool. You were related to sales.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
And it helped provide me the experience I genuinely needed to get to the sales world.
Yeah, the confidence and day to day, like being
the
in the
public
trenches.
speaking.
Like, I love that.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, but you wanted to do like a sales job for a specific reason, or how you got into that job? Like, you wanted to make more money than any normal salary job, or what was your purpose?
So unfortunately, a job right outside of college is never guaranteed. So with doing sales, it's almost always guaranteed that you can get a job. It's a trade job that is so fast and the market is so big that it is not difficult to find a job.
Exactly. It's not like we're not just talking about high ticket sales like in the industry and just online
sales overall.
Sales in general.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really good skill set because there's a study that says that millionaires, like 90% of them, they started doing sales.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Wow. They went out there and started selling either their products or like some services. They learn their skill, they learn how to communicate to people, and that's literally the best thing that you can do so you can go out there and just become better and better and better with your own companies and everything and make a lot of money out there.
Yes.
So as a woman, I'm super happy to hear women that are changing their mindset.
Yes.
Like when they're not happy in their jobs and when they're not like comfortable doing something for years and having the same results for years.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that they are getting uncomfortable sometimes.
Yes.
You know? So because that's what I get them far away.
Yes. Exactly.
And that's what gonna get them connected to high ticket sales.
Yes.
Or whatever other industry but related to sales. Because it's a really big industry with big business with growth.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what's your mindset switch? Because you were in college,
yes,
right?
I was
But you told me, hey, a job after college is not guaranteed. So, what made you have that mindset, and what made you take the leap? Because everyone can think of it, but very few people can just take the leap into something new. You know?
Well, for me personally, it was just the people I was around. I was around very high-level, successful people, including yourself.
Yeah,
that is how we became friends.
Yeah,
and I am grateful to be your friend because of the amount of knowledge that you've given to me.
Yeah.
But just being around these types of people wants you to do better for yourself. And being in a relationship with somebody that's a closer makes you want to be a closer, so you have more stuff in common, and your relationship is better and more secure.
Yeah.
And and it's also a really good skill set to have because you could get a job in sales anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just so fast.
I mean, I love your story because it's like the universe or God or whatever, your life journey just connect you with the right people.
Yes, exactly.
Connect you with the right people, but like something that your story is particular, like you got connected to the right people in person.
Yes.
Now, with the internet and everything that we have these years, like everyone else can be connected to that mindset. Yeah. Everyone else, like everyone in this world can be connected to someone that is going to inspire them to do something different. Like you and me right now, making this YouTube video. Yeah, exactly. There's maybe like 100 girls or 1,000 girls watching us right now and seeing, oh yeah, these girls are not with me in person right now, but they're inspiring me to do something different. And you're going to be part of the story of like thousands of girls that want to change their lives. So it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same story for them too, because of this video, because of everything that we're gonna talk about in this video. For me, it was like this. Yeah, tell me about your experience. Yeah, tell me. It was not like, oh, I'm getting person closer, setters, people in the industry, and I wanted to get to know more about the industry and like learn more about it. No, for me, it was more like I was studying reading books. I was studying like getting to have this code inside of me, like I want to be an entrepreneur. Exactly. Yes, I was studying industrial engineering. Mm-hmm. In my career, I was like half the career already. Yes. But I was like, similar to me. Yeah, really? Okay, that's pretty cool. But I was like, I don't feel like I want to do this for the rest of my life. I don't feel like I want to dedicate my whole life working 10 hours per day, having the weekends and then 15 days to go on vacation. Like, I don't want that. Yeah. You know, it can give you some certain kind of money, but like, no, actually the money freedom that you really want to achieve big things in life, and also the time freedom and location freedom and everything. So I was like, okay, so I really want big things in life. I don't want like the basic normal things that others should get. So by doing the things that majority of them are doing, I'm not gonna get anywhere. Yeah, different. Exactly. So what else should I do? And I was like, okay. So what I can see is that everyone else that is hyper successful is an entrepreneur. Correct. Like they're related to some weird stuff, like a weird company or like something different, but it's not something like a 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I want to get out of this college right now. I don't want to be here. I want to drop out, and I did, and I dropped out of college. Yeah, I found a mentorship because I was looking on the internet and the algorithm did his job, and then I found high ticket sales and how to be a closer, and I bought this mentorship, and I was the only one. At least you invested in yourself. Yeah, and you should be proud of the fact that you were. Yeah, the girl. I was like, I'm the only woman here, and this is crazy. And then, like after 4 months or something like that being there, my best friend entered there. Yeah. In the mentorship, and we're like 3 women in total, something like that. So it was like an amazing story though, because through that mentorship, I met the most amazing people. Yeah. They inspired me the most. I also met through social media like people that were living their dreams lives with high ticket sales, with InfoPro and everything. They inspired me too. Yeah. Social media, like absolutely, you, but like through social media. Exactly. You know, so it was a pretty and like I love my story because I was feeling so empty and lost before. And then when I got into that mentorship and I started working as high ticket closer, I just felt great. You found your purpose. I found my purpose, and I started feeling happy every day, working hard, and just being happy because I'm working hard to want to work. I feel the same way. Like whenever I wake up for work, I am smiling, happy, ready to make money. When you don't have anything to do, it's just like you know. Yeah. But when you have a purpose that you're gonna follow, you know that okay, this is what I want to achieve in the next 6 months. It doesn't have to be like a big goal the next week or something like that. It can be like, okay, this is my purpose for the next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, everything. So that gives you life. Yeah. You know? Yes. I wanna like tell the girls like what are the values that we feel that we need to have as closers, setters, entrepreneurs, that we have to adapt because yeah, everyone can just drop off college or they can get out of the 9 to 5, but it's not for everyone though. You have to have the right mindset, you have to have the right values, you have to have the right people around you too sometimes. Exactly. You know, it might be digitally, maybe in person, but you have to have them.
Exactly.
You know, it might be a community, a mentorship that you get, or maybe just your friends or something like that to push you to get to your goal. Alone, you will never get anywhere. Without a mentor, you will never get anywhere. So, what are the values that you have captured? Because your boyfriend is in high ticket sales. You have seen him work really hard every single day to get to his goals. His friends are in high ticket sales. I'm in high ticket sales. My boyfriend is in high ticket sales. So,
Everyone
what are you? Exactly. So, what are you like seeing in everyone that is like, okay, I want to integrate this in my life?
Well, mostly I just see the drive that everyone around me has. Yeah. I want that drive. I want it inside me. I want to feel the drive that everyone around me has. Because you can just tell whenever somebody is on a call and they're handling objections, you can just see the fire in their eyes of how in tune they are with that conversation. Yeah. And you also have to have the ability to answer questions and then also like give very direct answers. Yeah. Because you don't want the prospect like asking questions and stuff like that. You don't want objections.
You don't want them to hesitate.
Exactly.
You just want them to just be certain because you're giving certainty through your words, through your words, and through your expressions with your body. Mm-hmm. Like you never have to give them uncertain language.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what you don't want them to express. You're like the leader of the call.
Confidence.
So, exactly.
Confidence.
So that's pretty true. Like it's just like there's a rule that says just let the prospect speak 80% of the time and just speak 20% of the time. I do agree to that, but when it comes to objections though, you gotta be intelligent. You gotta listen to what you have to listen, but you don't have to let the people that are your prospects be overcome by their own words. What do I mean by this? Like they're gonna start saying, "No, I'm scared because this might happen in the future," and then I'm scared that I'm gonna get a scam again. Always, and then they said that, and they said that with another phrase, but the same idea over and over again. And you can just listen to that, but that's not gonna help the prospect in objections.
It's not.
You gotta cut them, cut that limiting belief in that limited mindset.
Cut them off completely.
Exactly, and with certainty and conviction, you gotta be the leader in objections and just like reframe it on that idea, you know? So that's pretty true what you said. What else have you seen? Like, what are the habits? What is the mindset that an entrepreneur should have to be successful, especially in this industry that is like there's so much competition here too?
Effort.
Yeah.
I see my boyfriend personally. He puts in a lot of time and effort into his business. As an entrepreneur, he closes for his own offer. He closes for his own offer.
Yeah.
So he works about 12 hours a day. He puts 12 hours of time into his job.
Yeah.
Because he has that drive to make money.
Yeah.
And effort is extremely important because it shows your character.
Yeah.
If you show no effort and you have no effort,
yeah.
do you think like your people are going to keep you around as closer?
No.
Exactly.
No, exactly.
You need to have the sense of effort.
Yeah. I feel that being a closer is like being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Because it's the same. Because it's like an entrepreneur, it's like, okay, you want these results, but you cannot get this type of results by just giving this effort.
Exactly.
You gotta give the same amount of effort to get the same amount of results.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, and with time, you might just like delegate some things, and the effort has to be less. More intelligent though, but like you're gonna get more and more results.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, you gotta put a lot of effort to get the results which you want. And as a closer, it's same. Like I see many people that they believe they're just gonna take 2 calls per day and they're gonna make like 30K a month. And that's not the reality, especially when you're a beginner.
Yes, exactly.
You know? So when you're a beginner, you have to have this mindset of like, how much can I put out there? How much effort can I put out there? So the results are inevitable. Like I'm gonna get to my goal, doesn't matter what, because I'm just putting the actions, I'm putting the volume. It's like Alex Hormozy, he said like, make success so inevitable because you're putting the volume of effort every single day. So that's completely true.
That is so true.
I think it sounds like everyone that I see around me is just they work so hard every day.
Diligently and
yeah, and if they don't have to be there working, they're still gonna find something to do, to work for their offers for the next couple of days, the next strategy, this and that, like that business mindset. And I feel as a closer, you should have a business mindset because I was talking with my boyfriend who is the top closer of 7-0. He's making like over 100K commissions there, and he one day he told me the difference between me as a top closer in the industry and someone that is like low level in the industry is that they they are closers in that scale, but I'm like a business owner inside of this company. Exactly. So what does he mean by that? He means like he built a team around him. It's not just him as a closer doing the setting, doing the reaching out people to follow up, texting them to be admin to the call they're gonna have. No, he delegates all the admin stuff, and he's like the leader and the business owner inside of the big company because his company is like this. Okay, yeah. So this lead that is in my calendar, this is my lead. It's not like the business owner lead. It's my lead. So who can I hire so they can make my job easier? Yeah. Right? Exactly. Who can I hire so I can just focus on the best ROI activity that is taking the sales calls. Exactly. You know? I can have someone that is gonna nurture the leads so they can get better into my call. I can have someone that is gonna nurture the leads so the lead they didn't close so they can close in the future. So I can just focus on getting more sales training and just having better sales goals, for example. So that business mindset of also creating like strategies, for example. Yeah. There's multiple closers that they just like are content or happy or comfortable with just the sales that they have. Let's say that offer you 4 calls per day. So what else are you gonna do the next 6 hours of the day or the rest of them? So it's just like what plan can you build outside of your sales calls so you can make more money, like RGA, revenue generating activities, right? Like follow ups, like contacting the CRM. Going back into your platform. Exactly, girl. So like a strategy is like messages that you can send to people that are already in the mentorship and you are gonna plan an upsell strategy to upsell them and do all these things so they can close. But they were in your calendar. But then you put them in your calendar because you build up strategies. And with AI and everything, it's so easy to. It is. It is so. It's so easy. So that's the reason why it's really good to have someone that is already there, like a friend in person. That's really good, or digitally, or a mentor that can show you these strategies, so you can just like copy and paste, like ask questions. Exactly. Well, we're in mindset or thing you think that is necessary as a closer, as an entrepreneur to be really successful in this industry.
Honestly, investing in mentorships.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's pretty good. That one is really good. Yeah, I agree to that one. Yeah. Especially not because we're mentors and we teach people how to get better and our boyfriends have their training companies and everything.
It's because we've been mentored ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's no way that we got here without any mentors or mentorships, you know? So this is a key because there's two type of people, right? There's the people that it's like they think that they know it all. They think that they have high ego or they're so close mentally that they're not like, oh, why would I invest in myself? This is just wasting money. Like this limiting the
type A personality.
Exactly. But that's not gonna get you anywhere new in life. You always have to have this mindset like the other type of people. It's just like this mindset of like what's next? What's out there that I don't know yet or I'm not implementing yet? Because if I'm making 5K per month, or if I'm making 10K per month, it's because I don't know everything that I have to know. Because there's people out there making 50 to 100K to 200K in commissions, right? So why can't I just go to one of them, receive their knowledge from years of experience, implement it in my offer the next couple of months and see what happens? Yeah. What can I lose? You know? Okay. Because I never see anyone get training and make less commission.
Exactly.
That never happens. You're gonna make more because you bring the effort to learn the skill set and implement the skill set. You know? So I agree to that 100%. Yeah. 100%. And also, it's just like it's a combination of everything. It's a combination of work ethic. It's a combination of having the right mindset around investing. When you have these two together, just as you said, you become unstoppable. Like there's no way that someone can stop you. And yes, you can add another things like something that I would recommend to everyone is just like always consume the right content on social media. Always consume people from the industry. Always consume people that are making way more money than you, so you can start to normalize that. You know, try to fix your relationship with money. Try to fix the relationship that you have around you, because if you have people that are not going to big goals, you're not going to normalize that in your life.
Exactly.
You have to have some isolation first, and then meet the right people that are going to get you to the next level. Exactly. Exactly. So I feel that those things added to that is key for someone that is in the industry.
So another thing that I would honestly like to bring up is not having more than 2 mentors. One or two is like the perfect amount.
Yeah, I love that, girl. Yeah. And I agree totally with that, because it's just like, I've been 2 years in the industry now. My boyfriend has been 2 years in the industry.
Yeah.
We've been living together for like a year and like 2 months, and we also have the same mindset. It's just like, we have seen so many closers last months to get to their goals and not even getting there because of that.
Exactly.
It's just like they're jumping from one mentorship to the other, and the other, and the other, and the other, and the other, or one YouTube video to the other, and to the other, and to the other. But when you're closer specifically, it gets so confusing for you when you're listening to so many coaches, because let's say there's the wife objection. Someone says to you, "This is how I handle the wife objection." I say this reframe. And then another person says, "No, handling the wife objection like that is not good. This working better for me." And then another says the opposite. And then another says the opposite.
Exactly.
And then what happens to your brain? Your brain gets confused.
Overwhelmed. Yeah.
Overwhelmed. And then you have 5 ways of handling, 5 ways of like the frameworks of how that work.
Yeah.
You don't know the main idea. You don't know the basics of how to sell to someone out of the wife objection. You don't know the psychology of sales when it comes to that objection. So everything that you're gonna just listen is gonna be volume into nothing.
Exactly.
First, I feel like you gotta build your basement. Like, you gotta understand the psychology of sales. You gotta pick 1 or 2 people, or 1 person or 2 people that are like really, really good because they got the results.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta see, okay, who has the best results in the industry, the best commission shop. Okay, I'm gonna pick this person, right? I'm gonna pick this person, I'm gonna learn from this person, I'm not gonna judge.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna follow what they say. And I'm just gonna go straight to it. Because if they go to 100K,
I can too.
Exactly, and it's because they know what they're doing. So I'm not gonna judge anything, because I'm still not there.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be open, no ego, and be like, okay, so I'm gonna learn the psychology of sales. Once I learn why someone is giving me this objection, what's going through their minds, how are they feeling when they're telling me that, right? And the framework of like how to handle it with objection, and understanding why I say every single phrase, every single refrain and sentence, then I can just listen to more people maybe.
Yeah.
But after months of listening to one person, because I already understood, got the results and everything, you're not gonna get messed up. You're just gonna build your own style in sales.
Yeah.
But at first, it's better to copy, integrate someone that is really good. After you get your results, you can integrate some other stuff from other people. You can build your own frames and everything, and you can be more authentic too, because sales is about authenticity. But at the beginning, it's really important that you just listen to you too, because if you get crazy.
Yes.
Too much information is not gonna get you anywhere. So there's closers that have been waiting for like 10 months without getting the results, because they didn't even know how to handle one objection still, because there's many ideas in their minds, right? But there's other closers that they got to their goals in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. But because they just listened to one person, they didn't judge, and everything was easier for them. So I agree with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are really good advices for the women out there. The women out there, they want to become more successful.
Yeah.
And I feel that another thing that I want to talk about in this is that, have you noticed that 99% of people in the industry are men?
Yes.
It's
oh my
crazy.
gosh, it is crazy. There's so many guys everywhere.
Exactly. And it's just like, we need to incentivize women to get into here, because I feel there's so much money to make.
Yes.
And they deserve to make a lot of money too.
Yeah, exactly.
So now we want to tell you, girls, we are women in the industry. 99% of the industry is men. So we are here with like a couple of like ideas, advices that we want to give you, because we have seen difference between men and girls in the industry. What work for men but do not work for women. Yes. So we want to talk about this because our boyfriend is a closer, is a business owner, and my boyfriend is a closer and a business owner, and we've living with them, right? We're living with them, but there's something that they do. They're hyper successful, but that would not work with a woman. No. For example, let's say the routines, right? Like, I do feel like as a girl, you should have your morning routine before the sales calls. Why? Because I've seen my boyfriend just wake up out of bed, not even take a shower, not even take a shower, not even brush his teeth sometimes. And go on. Exactly. And he goes there, he opens the computer, and he turns off the camera multiple times without even taking a shower. And same with my boyfriend. And I'm like, what? I would never do that. I could never do that. Like, I like to put on my makeup, do my hair, make sure I'm nice and clean and fresh. Exactly. Because if you feel good, you'll perform good. I think that with us, it's like sales, the confidence not just comes from the skills that you have, it comes also from how you look. Yes. If your nails are done, if your hair is done, if your makeup is done, if you just took a shower. Like, I would never just wake up, go straight to my computer, turn on the camera. No. Like, your hair, like, literally, they can happen. So they can do that. Yeah. But I would recommend the girls to have, like, okay, guys, so the camera is turned off randomly, but it's okay. Oops. I mean, but we're back. Yeah, we're back here. So, okay, it's fine. More technical issues coming. But anyways, okay, so we want to recap this because we're talking about something really important. It was like, we see differences between men and women in the industry. And this is very important for you guys to know this because it's just like, we are women, we're so different but so similar. The same time, we can achieve big things, but we have to know us pretty well to do that, you know? Yeah. Like, what I've seen is that my boyfriend can just jump out of bed in the mornings and just go straight to calls. Sometimes without even taking a shower, brushing his teeth, and I would never do that, girl, and that's insane. The same with my boyfriend. He literally gets out of bed, looks at himself in the mirror, fixes his hair maybe a little bit, and then goes straight to his computer and hops on call. Yeah, I could never do that. No, it's just like, I feel that with us, confidence not just comes from the skills but how you look. And I would never just open my laptop with my hair undone, my makeup undone, my pajama, like, I don't know, or like a random t-shirt that I just put fast in my no, you know. So it's just like, I would recommend you to have your schedule. For example, you start taking calls at 11 p.m. A.m. I'm sorry, p.m. or 10 a.m. Yeah. So you gotta wake up like at 8. Exactly. Yeah. So you have like a couple of hours to eat, a couple of hours to be with yourself, to get ready, to do your makeup, to do your hair, to do everything, and just be ready for the calls. You know, so that's a must in girls that I can I've noticed. Yeah. Another difference that I've seen between girls and men is like, men can work 12 hours per day, 16 hours per day, from the first of the month till the 30th of the month, you know? Mm-hmm. With us, though, I feel we can put a lot of work some weeks, but other weeks we should chill out a little bit. Yeah. Like, I have my period. My period comes always really, really strong, really hard. I get sick. I just, like, you know, I sometimes I get a little bit sad before my period, and all these things. And to women, that happens a lot to them, you know? So what I would recommend women is to know them, like, to know themselves really, really well. What I mean by this, it's just like, okay, so my cycle is this. Normally, I get my period at the end of the month, right? So that means that the first week of the month, I'm more energized because I just got over my period. It's fucking out. So it's just like, what am I gonna do that week? Am I gonna work the same as I did with my period? No, fuck no. I'm gonna work triple because I have the energy, the mindset, and everything to make that happen. You know? Exactly. Yeah. So it's just like, I'm gonna open my calendar. I'm gonna take as many calls as possible, and if I don't have as many calls as possible, because maybe it's the beginning of the month or something like that, what strategies am I gonna implement at the beginning of the month so I can get more money? Am I gonna do upsells? Am I gonna do a lot of follow-ups and bring them more? What am I gonna do? You know? Another thing that it's just like I would take as many calls as possible when I have my period over. And then the week of my period, I would do more admin stuff. Mm-hmm. Instead of like taking 7 calls per day, I would take 4 calls. Mm-hmm. I would just be like part time. And the other hours, I would build strategies for the next week. Yeah. Or I would just like do follow ups on the CRM. Then I can be on bed and I can be just like texting people, sending them messages, and all this. I would do more admin, like half admin, half calls. Mm-hmm. So you can still make money those days.
Absolutely.
You gotta be in selling. You gotta, okay, this is what I have. I get to have this period every single month. What am I gonna do that week? Exactly. I'm not gonna let that stop me from getting to my goal. I'm gonna be intelligent, and maybe there's some weeks that I'm not gonna do follow-ups. There's some weeks that I'm not gonna do all this admin stuff because I have more energy to do the actual work, like taking calls. And then that week or the days before that week, I'm gonna just do more admin and just take 4 calls, 3 calls for this and that, you know? Yeah. So that's another recommendation. What other thing have we seen between men and women so we can recommend women to be their best? When it comes to high sales. Oh, another thing. It's because men, when they jump on a sales call with someone, with another man, like I feel they already have the authority because it's like men and men. So yeah, we're bros, but like this population thinking of like men are more into women. Yeah.
The male culture.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. Exactly. So it's just like, as a woman, you can also have the same authority or even more they have, but you gotta put the word to have it. Example, we cannot act as we're acting with our friends, with each other, like super playful, super enjoyable with each other, like all of this, because we're not gonna look as intelligent as we really are to other people. Between us, it's just like it's fun, it's funny, we know each other already, everything.
Exactly.
We just being ourselves, but we gotta know how to differentiate that and have like a character, like an alter ego.
An alter ego.
An alter ego, yeah. It's just like you gotta be your alter ego. You gotta be like, I'm this badass bitch when it comes to selling, and I just get here, and I have my amazing outfit. So
it's like putting on a superhero suit.
Exactly, and then I just talk with confidence. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, hi, how was your day yesterday?"
No, none of that.
I'm gonna be like, okay, so this is how the code's gonna go, and this is everything, So it's just like, what was that thing that you maybe saw in the ad that make you want to book the code today? Something like that, more like to the point. Yeah. The tonality is really important. When you calm down a little bit, when you're slower, and when you're more serious, they're gonna take you seriously.
Yes.
So that's really important. Also, the way that you dress too. Yes. You're not gonna be showing your boobs everywhere. You're not gonna be all that, but you can just like express yourself through clothing too and be more formal. Mm-hmm. Now, when it comes to being a girl's offer, you can be more you as you are with your friends. Because girls normally buy more from girls than men because like that always works like that. So it's just like they're gonna open up with you even more. Yeah. Like if you're working in a fitness offer, do you think that a girl is gonna tell to a man all her issues that she has mentally with her body?
No.
No, but if you're with a woman, she's gonna say, hey, yeah, they play like
she'll
this.
Be more honest.
I feel so comfortable with my boyfriend, she's many things, and this, and this. She's gonna open up with you because you're a woman, right? So it's just like knowing also in what offer you are. That's not like with men and women, but like for everyone.
Everyone as a whole.
So, for example, if you're a fitness offer, just try to look as fitness as possible. Yeah. I mean, obviously, look sales call.
Wear something that's nice and athleisure. That would be a great.
Do you guys say to the girl, I just came back here for the gym, or how are you doing?
Yeah, literally fit the aesthetic of the offer that you're on.
Yeah, or you show what
you're eating. It will help you immensely.
Exactly. I'm eating this. You show what you're eating next, and you connect with them. You know?
You're supposed to connect with a prospect on a call.
Yeah, exactly.
A relationship with. with them.
Exactly, 100%. So it's just like understanding the person that you have in front of you. If it's a girl, you can be more like playful and all that. But you also should be always a leader and not a friend, though, because I feel that this is something that is something that most of girls that are closer in the industry they do wrong. Yeah. When they have another girl in front of them, another friend. No. The prospects are not your friends. They're leads. They're future clients. Exactly. So why do I say this though? It's not because I want a commission at the end of the call. I said this because I want to help them. I cannot help them if I'm being nice and a friend. I can help them if I'm being a coach and a leader in the sales call. Because I don't want to know what you did yesterday with your boyfriend at dinner. I want to know exactly what stopped you from investing in yourself in the past 3 months or 6 months or 1 year.
Why you are the pattern that you're currently in. Why are you still doing the same thing that you're doing that's keeping you stuck?
Exactly. And we want to do this to break those patterns, to have the authority to do all this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So those are the advice that I have for women when it comes to high ticket sales. I want to talk more about what we have learned in the past couple of months about sales and being on the calls and watching our boyfriends do what they do. You know. So what are like the if you are talking with someone that is starting, and if you are talking with someone that is already in high ticket sales, like what would you say to them? Like
pre-handling objections is the most important thing that you do during a sales call. Yeah. And the discovery process is also extremely important.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I feel like there's so many people in the industry that they do not do pre-handling.
They don't prioritize it, but you actually need to pre-handle objections.
There's so many people that they don't even know what pre-handling means.
Are you serious?
Yeah, girl. Maybe you think that it's normal because like you're listening that from your boyfriend, my boyfriend. But there's multiple people in the industry that don't know what pre-handling means. Wow. You know? Especially in the Spanish market, they don't know. They don't know pre. No, they just do a normal discovery without pre-handling, and they just got objections. Mm-hmm. So this is what differences in normal closer than a closer that has more results. Because it's like when you understand that you can pre-handle the objections that are gonna appear after you drop the price, do you understand that you have power over that person? Like it's like a tool that is so powerful because they're not gonna have the self resistance after hearing the price. Mm-hmm. You know, it's something that you can be working throughout the whole call. So when they're almost there to pay, to know the price, they're almost done. Mindset wise, they're almost ready to buy, right? Because you work on them. So it's like there's multiple objections. Something that I wanna let them know is that pre-handling and objection handling is super similar. Mm-hmm. It's like objection handling, but in the middle of discovery, right? Yeah. And there's just two objections that you are gonna be satisfied for handling, and that's money and fear. Mm-hmm. Right? You can listen an objection that is about the wife. You can listen an objection about a partner. You can listen to an objection about the time, not prioritizing something, right? But those are not real objections. Mm-hmm. You might listen to them and you might do a reframe to reframe the person around that, and then double down on the question or what is stopping in the past or what do they feel that is stopping them right now to make a change, right? Mm-hmm. Because they have to tell you it's either fear or something. There's multiple fears, right? Mm-hmm. Of being a scam again, or like not getting the results, or like not like receiving the RI, whatever. And money. I don't have the money. I didn't have the money in the past. I don't have much savings. Mindset around money, right? So you just gotta understand, and you have to have your ear perfectly like exactly to see. Okay, I got the real objection, and then you handle this real objection. Until you do not handle that objection, don't get out of it. We're handling because then you do nothing. Exactly.
Right into that.
Discovery is like a phases. So at the beginning, you gotta make sure that you touch the pain. That they are really conscious of what they're living, how they're feeling with their current situation. Till you do not feel that pain, don't go to the next. because there's no point, right? And then you just go to pre-handling till you do not handle the till you do not pre-handle the money and fear addiction, or money or fear, maybe one, maybe both, who knows? Yeah. Don't go to the next. Don't go to future pleasure. Don't go to pain. Just gotta make sure that they feel that. With time, you're gonna get better and better. It's gonna be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and that's it, you know? So that's really important. Another thing that I would say to them that it's really important too is not just pre-handling. I think that pre-handling and objection handling are the most important parts of a sales call, because there's multiple times when like there's people that they fill the gap, right? But they still get an objection and they don't know how to handle. It might be like a fear or something. Yeah. The person knows that they have to make a change. The person knows that there's something they have to do in that moment, and they cry even in objections. But they cry because they cannot take action. Like they already sad with where they are. They already sad with their current situation, but they're crying because they cannot take that step. So you can be really good at building the gap, but if you're not good at being that leader and just overcoming their objections, they're not gonna overcome that objections for themselves, and you're not gonna close the deal. And the lead might be crying and hang up the call. You lost the call, the sales, the sale, but it's like because you couldn't handle any objections. You know, you're gonna be freezing the bitch. It has to be open and know how to handle objections. Something that an advice for them to just take away from this video when it comes to objection is like I would recommend them to be as fast as possible.
Yes, get through it quickly. Because time builds doubt. Remember that time builds doubt.
Exactly, girl. It's like, for example, let's say that I'm telling you, hey, Ashley, no, recently everything's so expensive and I cannot pay this and I cannot go here. But if you just let me just talk about that all over and over and over and over again, what do you think is going to happen in my mind? I'm just going to believe that more and more and more.
You're just gonna get
but what will happen if you just say, hey, Alexa, what if it never was what you thought it was? Yeah. What if it's like this? Yeah. You just reframe your that. Yeah. And then I'm like, your mind. And then I'm like, oh, okay, so you just said everything is expensive. I didn't start saying this and this and this and this. You stopped me right away because you don't want that mindset to continue in your mind. You want to cut it, and then you just reframe it that. And I'm gonna be like, oh, that's true. But what if you just say that to me after 10 minutes of me saying all this? I'm gonna be like, yeah, girl, but I mean, no, maybe no, because this and this and this and this, right? I want to believe more in what I'm saying.
Exactly, because you're going to be stuck in your head. And the thing is, with prospects, you do not want them to get stuck in their heads. If they get stuck in their heads, they're not going to buy from you.
Exactly. It's like how to take them out of their head as soon as possible, and how to take them in your mindset, in your head, in everything that you're saying and doing, and how do you make them to believe in you, you know? Yeah. That's really important. And going as fast as possible, not just because they're gonna start believing something because it's lasting more, but because sometimes closers, when it comes to objection, for example, someone says something, right? And it might be like a short thing that they said, but they said it with uncertainty. Yeah. Like let's say, okay, money aside, will you do it? Yeah, I would do it. What will you do it though? So you continue talking. You can go fast. You can go fast. You can go fast. But so we're back. So we were talking about so there was some technical issues again. Yeah. The SD card again. But we fixed it already. I hope we fixed it like because there's so much value that is being lost. Okay, so I think that we already have the other advice already. Yeah. So we can just put it in the video. Yeah. And the other advice that I have for girls is like, when it comes to objections, you gotta be the person that you're asking them to be. What do I mean by this? If you all the time you ask someone else for approval for your decisions, when the partner objection is gonna come and you're not that person, then you're not gonna be a leader in the call because you're not gonna have the confidence.
You're not gonna be able to overcome.
Exactly, because you haven't overcome it yourself. Yep. Right? So this is really important. And it doesn't come just to this, but also to fear. Like, if you don't invest in yourself and there's someone else there that is trying to pay, how are you gonna do that if you're not trained? Like, you didn't invest in yourself, you never got training, you never anything. How are you gonna make someone buy $10,000 from you if you have never done it in the past? Exactly. You know? So you gotta adapt that mindset of being that person that you wanted to be. And by doing that, you're gonna gain the confidence that that's something so normal. Yeah. And then you're gonna have this energy of like, why wouldn't you do it? Yeah. It's gonna benefit you. It's gonna fucking take you to that next level. Because I'm the real proof. When I was in expensive position, I got uncomfortable. I invested in this, and I did this and this and this and this and this, right? The same for every single objection. Yeah. That's a really good advice that I can give to girls. Really.
So my little piece of advice would be to make good relationships with your setters, because sometimes it depends on which field you're in, but sometimes your setters are the ones that are giving you calls. Yeah, that's true. And they can have favorites, and they will give their favorites the calls. Yeah.
And actually, this happened to my best friend. She was she was like with 28 closers on a webinar. And her strategy was, I want to be the best friend of the setters. So when the webby comes and the webby ends, they give me the hottest leads to me, right? Not to everyone else. So that worked. They love her because they built a relationship before the webinar, and they just give her the best leads, the hottest leads, all the leads to her. So that's actually true, and when it comes to evergreen, it's the same. That you gotta build not just with the setter, but also with the business owner and everyone in the team. Like, there's many times that I have seen closers being fired because they do not fill out the tracking. Yeah. Because they do not do the onboardings. Sometimes they have to do the onboardings, but they don't do it. Because I'm bringing the money, why would I do this? And I have seen many companies that they prefer to fire the people that are bringing the most money, but they're not doing the admin stuff. So it's like, as a closer, you should take care of everything. Like, not just care about the sales calls, care about your RGA, take care about the other stuff so you have a good relationship with everyone, with the service team, with the business owner. Everyone views you as someone responsible, and you will never get fired. You're someone that is like
dependable, essential. Adaptable, and essential.
Exactly, for your company. So that's another advice that I would give to anyone in the high ticket sales industry. Like, just take care of those things and you're gonna be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. There's other multiple advice that we can give. Entity frames, how to have control of the calls and all this. But I think that for this video, they got what they needed to have. And we can make multiple videos in the future about
this. We'll see us in the future.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for watching us.
Thank you guys so much. Yes. Okay, we hope you enjoyed it. Bye.